Hey, this is Shy One. This is my first tutorial video and I am super excited. I made this tutorial because someone asked for help on how to make a back to top interactions on the websites in the Framer community. So in this video, I will show you how to create a back to top interaction. This is essentially what we want to achieve. We scroll down to a website, we have a trigger here. When we click on, it takes us back to the top of the web page or the website, right? So this is what we want to achieve. The steps are pretty simple and not at all intimidating. So by the end of this video, you should have a basic understanding of how to create a back to top interaction and be able to apply it to your own projects. Now, the good thing about this is once you understand the basics, you can create triggers that takes um, you to different sections of your website, not necessarily the top. For the case of this tutorial, we are going to have the trigger take us back to the top of this website. I have made sure to include a demo link and a remix link for you to both try out and for you to duplicate into your Framer and play with in the description below. Now, I already have my design set up here, so I will not be designing from scratch. Shout out to Third Web Studio. This is basically a copy of their website. So feel free to check them out. They have some really good work. So I will not be designing from scratch. However, I will be adding the elements that will trigger our web page to take us back to the top. So let's dig in. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to add a frame. So I will add a frame here. I just take it out of this and bring that here in between my about section and my footer section. I will change my width to fill. And for the time being, I will leave my height as fixed and I will increase my height here. So the next thing I want to do is I want to type. So I will type here back to top. Let's turn off our fill color here so that we can see what we're doing. So I have my back to top text here. The next thing I'm going to do is bring in an icon and just have that together. So with both of them here, I will turn this into a stack um, and I will make this fit content, the width to fit content, turn the height to fit content. For the gap, so that would be the gap between the text and the icon, I will make this 12. So let's make that 12. Awesome. And we are off to a pretty good start. I will rename this X plus icon. So the next thing I will do here is I will then um, make, I will then go to my frame here and I will make the height fit to content. So I have it nicely tight here. And the next thing I'm going to do after this is add some padding. So I will add some padding to the top. I will make this 24 to the top. I will make this 24 to the bottom. And I will align this to the end. So it takes it to the edge on the right side. And the next thing I am going to do is apply a padding um, left and right. So I will make this 40 to the left, 40 to the right, right? And so we have this neatly here, and I will just rename this back to top. Awesome. So we have this addition here, pretty simple so far. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to connect this button right here or this trigger right here to take you to the top of the web page. So the first thing you want to do is scroll back to the top of the web page, select the section you want the trigger to scroll to. In this case, we want it to scroll to the header or to the top of the web page. So I will select the header here and I will scroll down on the right side to something called scroll section. I will click on the add button here. Now what happens is you have name. Now before I get to this, let me show you what this looks like when you want to connect this button. So we click on this. What happens when we click on link is that it shows us the two pages that we have created here. Now we are currently doing this design on the home page with the small h. So if you click on this, nothing, you just see two options. So you have a link to, and then you have, a new tab. So yes or no. Now we're going to we're going to experience a change when we do what we're about to do in the header section. So we click on the header section, we scroll down to scroll section, we click on the add button. So this is what we have. Now we put in a name here. So I will name this header. Click on enter. I will leave the offset y default 0. Now what happens is you see this hash thing here appear here. This means that you have set this as a section to scroll to, right? So we come back to the top button. We click on the text plus icon group here, and we come to link. We click on link. We select our home with the small h. Now you can see that instead of two options we had the last time, we have three. A new option has been introduced, which is called section. So here, what you do is you click on the drop down and you select header, which we had created before. Then you have a scroll option here. I'll set this to smooth, and voila, we have our interaction. It takes us to the top of the web page, and that concludes this tutorial. Let me know if this was helpful in the comments. If you also have any other challenges that you're struggling with, let me know and I will attempt to make a tutorial for them. You can also connect with me on Twitter or X. I'd love to see what you're up to as well. Cheers. Until next time, shine one out.